movement indicator. ADX is the black line. And I use the 5, 10, and 20, which now is going to be the 2, 4, and 8 because I'm zeroing in on a daily action of this chart. I've also already drawn in our top high resistance line, which is the highest peak, which there was a reversal. I've drawn in our lowest resistance line, which was the lowest peak of reversal, which is now turned into the major support line. And I've drawn in a reversal line here and a reversal line here to show you the support resistance channel. So this is basically the support resistance channel. Going to get into the entrance and exit indicators. Okay, we've come from our top line bounce to our bottom line bounce, and we're starting to come up. Now, as you see with the 5, 10, and with the 2, 4, and 8, that the 2-day has crossed over the 4-day. That's indicating an early entry signal. Now, once the 10, which is the red line, crosses above the 20, it's a confirmed entry signal. Again, entry signals up on your DMI. When the green line crosses, which is positive, crosses over the red line, which is negative, that's your early entry signal. And when the black line curves and turns up with the green line, that's confirming that the sentiment behind the move is positive. That's your confirmed entry signal. So we have two early entry signals. The 5 crossed the 10, but the 10 didn't cross the 20 yet, so it's not confirmed. And the green crossed the red, but the ADX didn't turn up to confirm either. So we got two early entry signals. Now, the question was resistance, okay? Trading a reversal in a chart pattern that has not been that resistance has not been reached at is when I say you should enter in 2 steps. Usually when you get a reversal change, you can enter with a small position, hoping that it will get up and break resistance and continue up to the chart target. And then I say that the second larger entry should be at resistance. So that would be at this point here. So what we're discussing right now is, what should I do? I'm sitting here. I have not purchased this. Do I feel this chart is strong enough for an entry at this point? I've got 2 early entry signals saying yes. So let's go down and see if there's any support for that preliminary decision. We go down to our Scotch RSI, which will give you a 50 line, a 5%, or I'm sorry, a 50 line, which when crossed in the up says you can enter, and when it's crossed in the down, you can say you could exit. And when it's below 2, it's telling you no way, just be out. And when it's above 8, it's saying you should be in and be out. So as you can see, this support indicator is telling you that it has been in be out state. If you look up here, you can see that's because there was a retrace involved. And at the bounce up here, you can see that now it's starting to come back gradually, but it's still not in the enter area of the graph. Next, we'll go down to our other support indicator, which is the CMF. Now, the CMF is known to be considered having strong buying pressure. This thing has had strong buying pressure the entire climb, okay? It has not crossed below the 0 line. It has not given you any red indications. And at this present point, since the bounce occurred back here, which is right about here, again, interest is coming back into the stock, and it has grown strong, and it is way above your 2.5 point level that is considered strong buy pressure. So this is under strong buy pressure with improving Scotch RSI signals, but far from entry yet, with early entry signal with this overlay and an early entry signal with this overlay. So we are at the decision point of I would take a early entry here and buy a small position. Now, what do you watch to see if how this is progressing would be the 2, 4, and 8 are the main indicators because they're the quickest and they're the easiest to accurately see any changes in daily action. Now, the support indicator for that would then be your volume down here. Now, we've got in a run, you want to see increasing volume. Increasing volume in a run is telling you that the people that are trading this trade have increasing positive mindset towards this thing continuing. Now, as you see, we've got 3 days of increasing price, but we have 3 days of decreasing volume. What is that telling you? That is telling you that the move is moving the way you want, the way the indicators are expecting it to move, but the retail herd that is trading this is not supporting that as strongly as it should. So that's a little concern. This is a concern area. You don't really want to see falling volumes in a rising stock. That is showing you that the interest in this thing continuing is slowly but surely diminishing. Now, at this point, anything could happen. I mean, tomorrow it could take off and this volume could scream up. But it is an indication when you're watching a play that's continuing. You should always watch the volume and see if the volume is moving in the same direction as the price. And as you can see, this one isn't, so it's a concern. I guess that's about it. I wanted to get into a little bit more detail with this. The perfection of this would be when this 10, or when this 4 crosses the 8-day, it's confirming entry. When the black ADX turns up, that's confirming entry, and at that point, you'll probably be up around your upper resistance point, where it's another decision point whether it's going to break through or retrace again. If all these things continue the way that they're indicating right now, your support indicator down here, which has been not too good, will probably cross above the 50 line and will start being more positive as it goes up. And I'm sure that the buy pressure down here will continue to be strong and flux around way above the strong level of 2.5. So, where are we? I would say this is a small buy now, and if and when it reaches the $1.45 level or so, I would consider a stronger buy. Now, if you're not in the play and you want to enter the play and you want to be very, very safe, your safest play would be to wait for these indicators to confirm entry, this one and this one, your DMI and your overlays to confirm entry, and that'll happen probably right about where you're going to break your upper resistance. To be safe, I always say make sure don't enter at the resistance level because a lot of times it can be faked out. So I would put an entry, my entry buy positions are normally 5 to 10% above the daily price flux. And that would be around $1.50. So if I wasn't in and I was going to hold for the safest trade possible, the safest trade possible is when it approaches the upper resistance, and I would place my buy to be even more safe at $1.50. Now you can see in this particular play, I am limiting my upside move considerably. So to be completely honest, I wouldn't even consider entering this at this point because it only has 5 cents more or 7 or 8 cents more profit gain. So for this play, I would say small position here, and that would be my trade. If it does get here, I'd add to my trade considerably and reap the small benefits to the top line. I hope this helps you a little bit.